When you put yourself in uncomfortable moments, you find out a lot about yourself. And usually you find out that you're capable of rising to that bar that's set by that uncomfortable situation.
What it all boils down to, right, is having that belief in yourself and doing the work necessary to evolve. Obviously, you want to improve yourself in small increments so as to maintain this lifestyle, maintain these habits, right? But don't do it in a way where you kind of just meeting a threshold, right? You only doing these things like, all right, I hit my quota for today, but not constantly pushing the agenda and trying to like improve gradually, right? Kind of like working out. If you just sit there and push the same weight all the day, you're not going to get no stronger. Now, if your goal is to just get swole, all right, cool. If that's all you want, hey, you good. But if you want to keep rising, you want to keep elevating, you're going to have to keep, you know what I'm saying, working. J. Cole, advice on how to destroy doubt. Video by Art Support. Now, I know this is I think just a segment of J. Cole spitting off some wisdom that he has, you know what I'm saying? And apparently he's talking about how to destroy doubt. I know me, I'm a big fan of J. Cole. He already dropped his new album, The Fall Off, February 6th. We there, you know what I'm saying? We listening to that hoe. Indeed. And J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? He's a very wise person, in my mind, very inspiring guy. And he's at the top of the rap game. You know what I'm saying? Before he makes his exit, right, with this last album. I don't hope it's his last, but he been at it since like 07 as far as I know. So it's almost been 20 years. So it's about time to hang it up. I ain't even gonna lie. He's cemented at this point. This album will make it even more so in my mind. All that being said, he's a very inspirational man. So if he has any advice on how to destroy doubt, which is something we all deal with, I'm here for it. Let's see exactly what he got to say. J. Cole, take it away.
Are you okay with getting comfortable, chilling, mailing it in, waiting around on inspiration? If this is as high as you ever got, not career success-wise, but from a skill level, like have you wrote your best song? Did you leave no stone unturned creatively? When you put yourself in uncomfortable moments, you find out a lot about yourself. And usually you find out that you're capable of rising to that bar that's set by that uncomfortable situation.
Yeah.
Art Support.
This joint not even just for artists, it's all of us. Let's do it.
Recommended meditation to me, which I had already dabbled with, but she gave me her experience with meditation, and I took that seed that she planted and was like, yo, I'm gonna revisit this. And I meditated every day that year and got up to twice a day, sometimes 3 a day. So thank you, Catherine. And you hear the album that came out from that, you know what I mean? From that
now,
process.
meditation.
Yes. Meditation for me.
In my mind, what I think meditation is to just observe your thoughts and be still, be at peace with it. Not attaching any type of, you know what I'm saying, interpretation or any opinions about yourself for having those thoughts, or not even feeling the need to respond or spiral or ruminate or think about the thoughts that you have, right? It's just sitting there still, noticing all your thoughts pop up into your head, noticing them leave, noticing other ones pop up into your head, noticing them leave, without overly attaching any value or any meaning or doing anything at all with your thoughts. It's really just sitting there in stillness. That's my opinion of meditation. I'm interested to see if Cole thinks it's something else, but yeah, that's what I believe it is.
It's more like,
at least that's what I've heard it is, but if I don't have a full understanding of it, I'm all ears.
being present. I'm not trying to think anything. I'm not praying about anything. I'm just still observing. So if my mind is racing, and it might be nerves, or it might be there's a bill due, or it might be this is happening in the family, I'm noticing it, and I'm trying to
let it go.
Let it go, but also not fight it. Bring my attention back to like my breathing, something that's currently happening. The sound of that fan. I just listen and try to like focus on that. And what you'll notice is like my mind will start going to something else. Like, oh, my mom said something on the phone, boom, boom, boom. And I'll start thinking about that. And I might go on a 30-second trip on that thought.
Facts.
So you like meditation has like become a thing, like a regular part of your life?
I do it when I get a little anxiety. You know what I mean? Or a lot of anxiety. When there's like a stressful situation. That's what I don't like about myself is like, I want to become disciplined to where it is a part of my life every day. When things are like good or things are like a little stressful. So like, I haven't done an interview in mad long. So like, before I come up here, I'm feeling like, I'm excited, but it's also like, oh, it's a little nerves. Like, it would feel like before I go on a big show or something.
Mm.
You have an amazing gift for storytelling.
Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. Man.
I mean, seriously, an amazing gift. That gift comes from where?
Oh man, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I just know I started gravitating to that. Like I started off just rapping about nothing.
Yeah.
More like battle raps. Like I'm better
Okay.
than you raps.
Right.
You know what I mean? And once I really started like fall in love with the art more and like really pay attention to my favorites, Pac, Nas, it was the stories that I gravitated to. I think about all my favorite artists, period, and it's just amazing storytellers. And that's what I just, emulated, and eventually there's been points in my life where it's like, to be a rapper, you gotta always keep your pen sharp and like be ready to go into battle at any time, the competition, the sport of rap. And there's been times in my career where it's just like, that's so far from where I wanna be. It's like, I'm just interested in telling stories and like, getting across a message and a theme. And if I get chills, I know, that's when I know. Like, oh, if I tell a story that's like, that's when I know, so.
That's tough. I like that. I like that right there. So that's to say, don't chase any ideal version of success. Whatever is on your heart to put out there, you got to put it out there. You can get inspired by other people, but ultimately what speaks to your soul, that is what you should be putting out. Don't worry too much about whether or not it pays off quickly or it takes a longer time. As long as you feel like, you're fulfilling your purpose and you're accurately putting out art that reflects your soul, your values, your morals, and things of that nature, then you're doing a good thing. And don't be afraid to try some new stuff just because you suck. That's what I got in the very first clip, you know what I'm saying? And then we got the meditation clip, which he does. And then we got that right there. And now we have Beware of False Prophets.
It takes somebody who's vulnerable and like broken and gives them a way to like plug that hole. Even there's kids that like love me, love my music, and it's like to them I represent something more than just the music.
What do you say to them?
I say to them that like I don't want that to be the case. I don't want to mean that much to you, not because I don't care about you, but because I actually care about you. I want you to get to a place where no artist, celebrity, even person in your life can have that much meaning to you where it like dominates your life. You know what I mean? Whereas what's pulling my strings? What's forcing me to want this shit so bad that I do this?
Yeah.
And we're to blame as a society because like we promote that. I mean, obviously we were born into this, but we promote that and we award that. We award a certain monetary level that you hit. We award a certain amount of followers that you hit.
Yeah.
We award a certain amount of clout that you get. We support it.
Yeah.
We can't look away. A video come up right now. Somebody put a video in the chat. This little rapper do this, boom, boom, boom. I'm clicking that shit.
Facts.
You get another choice. You know what I mean? Like, it's not all or nothing. It's not like, yo, I popped the perk. Like, I fucked
What's
up.
wrong with you?
Nah, it's like, bro, it's cool. Choose wisely. Like, you got another shot. It's an empowering statement. It puts the power like in your hands, and it's like you always got the choice to like.
I ain't gonna lie, I might listen to J. Cole after this, bro. That Choose Wisely. Y'all know what's that song, bro? I think because Choose Wisely. And then it leads in the ATM, I think that song is. I don't know what it was. The lady was talking about there are a lot of ways to deal with this pain. Choose wisely. Like, I just remember hearing that in my mind when he said choose wisely. Yeah, I gotta listen to some Cole after these, bro.
It's not, nothing's final.
Yeah.
You always got a chance today to like be the person you want to be.
Visualize your
I
success.
went to Does Skate Zone, and they had a part of their show where they invited, all the MCs that's in the crowd, if you want to get up and rock, come up. I'm 14. I'm the youngest dude in there, me and Said. Everybody else, 19, 20, 24, whatever. I get on stage as a 14-year-old, scrawny, skinny. I sounded like a girl. My voice was high-pitched. I was nervous as hell, but as soon as they passed me the microphone, I destroyed that shit. I was the best on the stage.
Okay.
All these older dudes, and that's when dudes from Bomb Shelter was like, he wasn't lying. He really got it like that. And we started working, and they became my mentors. And Does Skate Zone. Millions of dollars was on my mind at that time. I was dead broke. There was no time to relax, go hang out, party. No, I was broke. I needed millions. I saw, even when I had negative money in my account, which was very often, I saw millions in my future. I wanted safety,
comfort, security, ease, no more stress. Tired of watching people stress. Tired of watching people fucking scrape and pawn shit just to pay this, and you know what I mean? I was tired of that shit, tired of being that myself. So that was my theme, you know what I mean? At that time, no time to chill, I'm trying to get meals.
That's hard. Your time will
The
come.
stories that you tell, and this is true for some artists and not true for other artists, the stories that you tell are...
Yeah, this leads well into the other video I made. Shout out to y'all though for making that joint go crazy. I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of views on that video about how a lot of people in Gen Z have a comparison problem. Just keeping in mind that everybody has their own timeline and your time will inevitably come. As long as you believe that and keep hope alive, you can keep going crazy every day with the good faith that your hard work will eventually pay off.
Especially on this project, such personal stories.
Right.
And it seems to me, I'm not an artist, but it seems to me that one has to get to a place of feeling a certain level of comfort to be transparent enough to share those stories.
Right.
So how does one navigate to that particular place?
You know, what's funny is I was telling these stories I'm a bedroom artist. I come from the bedroom generation of artists where I got my first beat machine. I was making beats downstairs in the house. I was writing in my room. You know, I had this door closed. So when you got the door closed and you're writing these songs, no one's around to hear them. And so I had these songs that would like say super personal details about my life or like really give you insight that some people might find embarrassing or like may not want to reveal that type of information. But for me, it was like no one was listening. It was like, you know, I'm not a real, I don't really talk about my problems with my friends. I'm a real introverted person, so that was my way of getting it out. And I never thought about the other part that was like, yo, somebody's gonna hear this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One day somebody's gonna hear this.
In your case, a whole bunch of people are gonna hear it, yeah.
Right, so I got in the habit of telling those stories when no one was listening. It just so happens now we're at a point in my career where like everybody's listening, so it's, you know, it's cool.
Yeah.
If I stayed in the studio anything less than 12 hours before I had kids, it was a failure of a day.
Wow.
About
That's
2 years
OD.
into being a father, I remember like, oh, you need a schedule where your family knows that this is your time in the studio and this is the time when I'm at home on family mode. It's something that I needed to do because I'm not gonna shortcut on the family side.
Fight comfort. That's huge for me, man. That's huge.
This past 5 years has been a fight against comfort. I was chilling. What I noticed was with that feeling of comfort, I'm like, damn, this is the moment that a lot of your favorite rappers hit a crossroad
Yeah.
where
Where they
did
fall
what the
off.
fuck they set out to do, and then the fruits of their labor started working against them. That same energy and that same like passion they put into the craft was gone, and it was replaced by like comfort. Are you okay? We're getting comfortable, chilling, mailing it in, waiting around on inspiration. If this is as high as you ever got, not career success-wise, but from a skill level, like have you wrote your best song? Did you leave no stone unturned creatively?
Yeah.
When you put yourself in uncomfortable moments, you find out a lot about yourself. And usually you find out that you're capable of rising to that bar that's set by that uncomfortable situation.
Yeah. And that's tough, man. WVid, man. WVid by J. Cole, man. I mean, it wasn't even J. Cole vid, but it felt like it, right? So the main things I've learned, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you have fight comfort. Gotta do that. Meditate, that helps a lot. Visualize your success, that helps a lot too. Everything happens on your own schedule. You know what I'm saying? Your time will come. Beware of false prophets. Don't idolize nobody. Nobody is above nobody else. So don't treat nobody as such. Don't give away your freedom, your control of your own life to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, work hard, stay disciplined, give yourself a schedule, obviously, you know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. Yeah. Really, it just, you know, in my mind, what it all boils down to, right, is having that belief in yourself and doing the work necessary to evolve. Obviously, you want to improve yourself in small increments so as to maintain this lifestyle, maintain these habits, right? But don't do it in a way where you kind of just meeting a threshold, right? You're only doing these things like, all right, I hit my quota for today, but not constantly pushing the agenda and trying to like improve gradually, right? Kind of like working out. If you just sit there and push the same weight all the day, you're not going to get no stronger. Now, if your goal is to just get swole, all right, cool. If that's all you want, hey, you good. But if you want to keep rising, you want to keep elevating, you're going to have to keep, you know what I'm saying, working. You're going to have to keep doing harder things that will cause you to improve. Put yourself in them uncomfortable situations. Like he said, boom, you either find out stuff about yourself. Well, you find out stuff about yourself, right? Among that, one of those things being that you were able to rise to that occasion. But you never would have known that if you didn't first put yourself in that uncomfortable situation. So, you know what I'm saying? Believe in yourself, work hard, always strive to improve, and yeah, leave no stone unturned. Don't get discouraged just because what you putting out is not getting recognized by anybody else. Because if you truly feel like it's good, if your soul is telling you that, you already won. Indeed. I'm gonna end the video on that note. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comment section down below. Please make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all being here. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Fall off February 6th. We there. Indeed. Love y'all. Peace.